All power to the people. Um, I'm live streaming. Um, really, anyone could give comments or whatever they like. I really just want to, I guess, speak to everyone about moving forward on building the nation. Um, Me, I try to uh, look at things from a different perspective. And what I mean by that, we have a lot of movements and organizations that are doing the same thing with the same goals. And what I try to do is look towards the things that we're missing, and also the mistakes that other organizations have made, and try our best not uh, uh, to make those same mistakes. And since we've been doing this, there's been a lot of growing pains, and that as well. And it's good and it's great that we're having these growing pains. But I think the only thing that we're missing as people, and when I say Black Power, okay, when you see this pen, Black Power does not mean that uh, that we want to oppress or hate white people. That's not what Black Power means. Black Power, we say Black Power because we have no power and we need power, and we want to balance the power. When white people say white power, that means that they want all the power to themselves. That is the difference. And Black people, we want to balance the power so that we all are represented in the world, and we all are we all have our own resources and able to correct our own issues and have our own economic base. But I think what we're missing. How you doing, Miss Wanda? How you doing, Queen? We have to get that chapter kicked off up there in Wisconsin with you and Tori. Uh, what we're missing is our legal representation. We have organizations, but um, we're refusing to involve ourselves in the legal and political process. And I think that our complaints that we have are only complaints without solutions if we're not uh, getting this down on legal paper and having our political representation. And even though we vote these people in, we definitely need to hold these people accountable and stop allowing politicians to tell us what they're going to do for us. And we need to have our own numbers and tell these politicians what we want them to do for us and turn this around. What we're doing is we're giving away our power by our thinking. And until we understand that these people are working for us and that how we are represented in the political and legal side of things, that we're responsible for our representation. So until we understand that we need to collectively come together uh, and with one solid voice and one solid agenda, we will always end up in these same circumstances that we're in. We want to keep pushing forward to deal with a lot of things, but we also need to make sure that as we go on, that we understand the political process and that we actually reflect that political process even within our organization. so that people have that training on the political process. Uh, if we know that the government exists, and we should treat our organizations as the government itself, if it's through our administrative processes, uh, and how we vote democratically, how we handle our paperwork internally, everything should be the same way, because not only are we doing what we need to do for the community and for our people, but we're also training our members how to deal with the political process along the way, because they already have that training just by being a member of the Black Panther Party of Southern Indiana. Um, there's been one thing I could say, that we as a people, we have to recondition ourselves, because we've allowed Willie Lynch and Jim Crow laws and all these other harsh psychological things that's been placed on our people. We allow this to destroy our relationships and our thinking, and we need to uh, uh, I hate using the word family, because I want the Black Panther Party of Southern Indiana to be more than family. These days, family, we need to recondition what family is. So I would like for us to be stronger than family. Um, we need to be a village. We need to be there for one another. We need to protect one another. If we have a Panther or someone that we love dear to, if they're in trouble and going to court, maybe we should be there in court with them to make sure that they're having a proper due process of law being handled. There's a lot of different things that I could speak about, but I don't want to make videos too long because people's attention span these days are, if it's boring, nobody wants to watch it. So um, moving forward, um, we need it, everyone. If we know things has been the same for decades, why not try something different? Uh, Again, we're not a race hate group. Excuse me. Uh, our stand is this, uh, and I'll say this to the people that do feel like they have uh, the means to hate white people. I say this to you: if you have a disdain for white people, why do you care? Why not just do what you have to do in order to prove your circumstances? And there's no reason to have that disdain if you're focused on your goals. And what we need to do as a people, me personally, I don't have uh, this thinking to where I have to hate white people in order to get things done for the people. So um, personally, I feel like that there is so much that we can do if our focus and our and what we put out in the universe is more about what we can do versus how we feel towards white supremacists and fascists. Uh, I think that our message should be clear that we need to unify, we need to union, we need to pay our own selves as a people, as a government, as we pay their government. And we should take our resources and use them to our benefit. And until we understand that we must function as a village, as a union, and union our wards, um, the more we will end up in the same circumstances. There's enough institutions out there that could that may express their disdains for other groups, but our group wants to focus on our solutions. Uh, we don't want to put so much energy into other things versus then creating solutions for the community, for the people, and as a nation. And our end, I won't say end goal, but one of our main goals is to make sure that the Black people in America actually have a flag that's represented as a nation of people in the United States, and be able to have a United Nations seat in order uh, to speak at the United Nations on what we want for us as a nation, and for us to be aligned with other Black nations and African nations, countries, states, to be aligned with them. So the BPSI is going to make sure that our funding or whatever we raise, that we do it with one bank. Uh, I will post one bank so everybody can see what one bank is. It's actually a Black-owned bank, and we're going to make sure that we, in every way possible, that we strengthen us uh, in this economy. We need to strengthen us in this economy, and it's not nothing to do with hating white people. Uh, the Blacks in America are the most impoverished in America, and we want to change those circumstances because along with poverty comes crime, uh, and crime uh, it ultimately affects us. So this is why our people is out here feeling being savage, because America has placed us under savage conditions. So we need to come together as a people and change our own circumstances, because I don't think none of us will knock on our neighbor's door if it's our enemy and ask them for a loaf of bread. So why would we keep asking these people that know our circumstances and refuse to deal with our circumstances, but we still feel the need to uh, knock on their door for a loaf of bread when we can just make the damn bread ourselves? So let's focus on that, and let's move forward. Uh, I'm learning a lot. I'm learning to be patient. I'm learning to. Uh, I think I'm learning a whole lot. I'm seeing a whole lot, and I love it. Like I really do. So, guys, peace and love. There's going to be a lot of things that we're going to be doing to move forward. We really need you guys as members, and let's put everything in a perspective, and let's build the nation, and we're going to do that right here. Uh, we're definitely aligned with all Black organizations, Black nationalists, uh, all of that, but we are our own entity, and we have our own motives and moves, and we believe that we don't have to uh, we don't have to worry about anything else other than improving our circumstances in the United States of America. So I'm gonna look in these comments, see if there's any comments. Let me see. Yes, ma'am. Black Power. Oh yeah. What's up, brother? Black Power. Talk black. Definitely. So true. Independent. Peace and love, Queen. Yeah, we definitely need to. Sister Wanda. Uh, I gave him your certificate. Your certificate will be coming in the mail. Uh, and your card. I gave you a certificate and your card. It will be coming in the mail. Yeah. Brother Wesley, we're going to have some brothers coming down from Indianapolis on the 18th. That way we could make sure that the new Black Panther Party and BPSI is together on what we need to do and focus on together. And I say BPSI because it's faster. So how you doing, Queen Lori? Definitely, Miss Lori, I'm going to be putting in uh, a PDF form on for women, a program that uh, we need a section where women, where men of the Black Panther Party has no say. We want women to represent themselves, and men don't need to vote on women things. So, and we want to make women, uh, regardless if they're chairs or not, we want to make women just as powerful as the men for structure is concerned. So it's not going to be a separation. It's just going to be more of to make sure that we balance the power inside our own organization as we're asking for the world to balance the power in our nation as the nations is concerned. So we definitely are going to be doing that. Lori, you already know I need you to be that person to make sure, to be the watchdog for women. So I guess that's it. God bless you all. Peace, love. You know, always remember Black Power. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it moving. And let's not allow them to tell us what we need, because we're not America's pet. And we must decide our own future for ourselves. So peace and love. Devin.